If you got a kid and you want to get them a shoe for school, again, big kids Air Force One. You get kid sizes on this app too. Get your kid a pair of Air Forces. It's a great beater shoe.
Get your honey some Air Forces. She'll love it.
Get everyone some Air Forces.
Get your boyfriend some Air Forces. He'll love it.
They're fantastic.
Your moms, your dad, your grandmas, your grandpas. Yeah. Everybody will love a pair of Air Forces.
Air Force, I think, is the perfect entry shoe to the sneaker game. Hello and welcome to Podcast Untitled. I'm your host, Dom, and what you're about to listen to is a continuation of our previous episode. So if you didn't see that one, go in the description of this and check that out first. We're going to pick up right where we left off, so enjoy this one. So we're only in March. There's a lot of year left. So I want to talk about shoes we have our eyes on. Because I know, obviously, we're both always looking, and you've talked a lot about what you got sitting in your cart.
This list is long for me.
For me, the one quick thing I want to get out of the way that I'm considering doing at some point this year is a cheap Adidas, actually. Like one of their really cheap shoes, just to have a pair of beater sneakers. Because again, my beater shoes right now are my green Timbs. So I'd like to cop a pair of beater sneakers. So I'd like to get one of those cheap Adidas Superstar models. I think that'd be nice to have. Again, Adidas are so comfortable, as we talked about earlier. Yeah. But there's two other main things I want to add to my collection this year. Because again, I'm trying to be mildly responsible, at least when it comes to purchases. But I want to add a pair of 4s is one of my big ones. I only have 2 pairs of Jordan 1s, and I don't have any other Jordans. And as much as I love my Kawhis, I don't enjoy that I own the same amount of Kawhis as I do Jordans. That feels so disrespectful. So I want to add a pair of 4s. 4s are my favorite looking Jordan. It's like 4s and 1s are top tier for me. But 4s, there's something about it. There's something about
that tongue looks fire.
Yeah, the tongue. There's something about that design on the side
that
I just love.
That little lip there. Oh, that's a nice looking
shoe. From what I know is coming out, I'm looking to try and get one of the 3 of the University Blue 4s that are coming out, the Lightning, and one that's called Red Thunder. I don't know if you've seen any of these.
I know the Red Thunders are hot.
The Lightning are hot, and obviously you know what University Blue is because they're always dropping that colorway for different models. But those are all looking beautiful.
Like the UNC. It's like the little abbreviations.
They recently dropped. I believe they recently dropped some Dunks in that colorway. They recently dropped something in that colorway again. So I'm hoping I can get one of those 3 on sneakers, but I never count on hitting on sneakers.
Maybe one day the sneaker gods will bless Dom.
But would be so happy. Then the other thing I really want to add this year, it's a shoe that, again, I don't have this model of, and I'm choosing an awful time. This is not because they had their big glow up recently and everyone loves them. I've wanted a pair of these for a while, and I chose an awful time to go, I'm going to get them, and that's Dunks. Lows, preferably. But Dunk highs look nice to me too, but I don't have a lot of low top sneakers, so if I can get a pair of lows.
It was that Travis Scott dropping those Dunks that he dropped, I think. That just made everything just blow up.
And I love those Dunks, actually. Those Travis Scott is some really nice... He's done some good things. I don't want to get too in depth on that right now, because I think we're going to have some Travis Scott conversation in depth at some point. I think both of us in another section, we want to talk about him a lot. I know I'm teasing a lot, but I don't want to deep dive right now. But yes, those were nice Dunks. But the Dunks that I'm looking at right now, one of the things I'm really so actually is, again, I cop shoes that I want. I don't just want to go for every pair of Dunks, even though strategically if I want a pair, that's probably what I should do. But I'm not going to be going for the medium Currys. But what's really upsets me, and I told Jay this earlier, is those what are they called? The College Navy. I believe.
Yeah, the women's size.
Yes, they are coming. And unfortunately for me, I wear a size 13 men's, and the biggest woman's shoe is equivalent to a 10.5 men's. Because I'm going to be honest, if they went up to a 13 men's, I'm not at all above wearing a woman's shoe. It's the same damn shoe model. It's just and it's not a...
We had this conversation too. There's a pair of I'm not going to go too in depth. A pair of Jordan 4s, the off-white sale ones. They make them women's sizes, but it blows my mind that they just don't make shoes. Like, it's 2021, just make shoes with a size on them.
Yeah, again, if I had a 10.5 shoe size, I would absolutely be going for those College Navies. I believe College Navy is what the colorway is called, but because those look so nice. But the Dunks I am looking for are, again, Oh, you know what? They're on my list. I don't know. They did something University Blue recently, but I had the University Blue Dunks will be coming out at some point this year because I just noticed they're on my list, so they didn't come out yet because I would have deleted them. The Lemon Drop. Have you seen the Lemon Drop?
Those are hot. I know what you're talking about.
The Free 99 pack. Have you seen that? The white pair from that. Look up Dunk Free 99, and I want the white pairs that I'm going for. And then Red Plum and Classic Green are the other two colorways for Dunks that I really loved when I saw them.
I know these, yes.
You're looking at the Free 99,
those are
right?
gas.
Yeah. And then Red Plum and Classic Green after those I'm going to be going for. I'm hoping to hit on something. I really want to get a pair of Dunks.
I love the Dunk colorway because back to my Air Force One silhouette, the holy sneaker of all sneakers, Dunks are just skateboard Air Force Ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gas. They're a great looking shoe.
Yep, they're so nice. And again, I'd really love to cop a pair of lows just because I don't have low sneakers really. I almost always go for the high version, or even the Blazers and the Questions technically fall under the category of mids for their models, and that's all they make for them.
Yeah,
but that's what they fall under.
Those are dumb high.
Yeah. So I don't really have a lot of low. The Kawhis, I guess, technically classify as lows, but they're not lows in the same way as a Dunk.
They're closer to mids.
Yes, exactly. So, I went for the Carpet Company. Don't get me wrong. High Dunks look great. I'm not against high Dunks. It's just I'd like to add some more. Again, that's why I want to talk to you about Vans off air. I want to add some low sneakers into my collections.
Yeah.
But those are the main things for that I'm looking at right now. Again, I'm trying to be controlled. So those two, a pair of fours and a pair of Dunks are my main goals. If they drop some crazy heat of anything, I'm going to go for it. If they drop some ones that blow me away and I fall in love with them, I'll say screw it and go for it. Same thing with other brands. I don't care what brand drops it. If I see some crazy heat, I'm going to just go for it anyway. But fours and Dunks are what I'm aiming for. What are you looking at upcoming year? What do you...
All right, so I actually went a little crazy because this is always something that I'm thinking about and talking to... My family knows I'm a big sneaker guy. So I'm always talking to them about sneakers. I'm talking to my friends about sneakers. I was literally telling Dom, I literally will talk to girls about sneakers. I'll slide into their DMs or on Tinder and Hinge and stuff like that, and just straight up ask them about shoes or compliment their shoes. So my list is a little long because there's so much that I want. But I'm just going to quick fire them off. Air Max 97s. I don't have a pair. I feel like I need a pair of those. I want the black and gold ones, but I also have...
Those look nice.
Those are nice, right? Mm-hmm. I also have these ones that just came out. They're in my cart. I'm literally going to order them after this show. They are called the Black University Red ones. So it's an all-black silhouette, but on the Air Max on the bottom how it has that bubble? Mm-hmm. The inside of that bubble is dark red, a University Red. It has the red check and like a red threading running through the wave on that 97. So that's hot. I'm literally going to cop that as we're done with this. I want a pair of Air Max 95s. I love just a white pair. Just it's easy to rock in the summer. That's a cool shoe to rock with like jeans, like ripped jeans, like a nice light wash jean. Great looking shoe. I do need a new pair of Ultra Boosts, which will probably be the one after that. And my man's over here talking about Kawhis. I do have to give a quick shout out to New Balance recently. In the past 3 years, they've released straight up heat, and they're getting traction with these Kawhis. Jack Harlow, a lot of you guys listen to, big New Balance guy. He always shouts them out, and just listening to him. And there's this other YouTuber, I forget his name, one of the bigger guys, the Foamer Simpson or whatever his name is.
Oh, Foamer Simpson. Yes. I see him on Twitter. Yeah, I follow him on Twitter.
I actually watched his video because he was a big Ultra Boost guy, and he said these New Balance 990s, the V5s, they don't have crazy colorways in them, but he said those are the most comfortable sneaker he's owned. And New Balance is cool because they're an American brand, and they know us Americans have fucking huge, wide feet.
Yeah.
So a lot of their
New Balance is doing a great job right now. I think of kind of cleaning their image up. Not that it was dirty, but just
their image before 2016 was the dad
shoes. You took the words out of my mouth. And they still, I'm not gonna lie, some of their normal New Balances, they're still kind of trying to get away from that. You can still see it in them. You're definitely wearing them for comfort as well as for looks. They still can look like a dad shoe.
Their main purpose to build a shoe is to build a comfortable shoe. But they're doing a good job of appealing to younger guys. And and women, sorry.
Yeah, I think picking up Kawhi too was great for them. If they can try and get some more guys on board. If they can get another big name guy, I think that'd be big for them. But that's tough,
Or
obviously.
even expand their brand to not only basketball.
I was really that too. Yes, absolutely. I was really hoping they would
they're
pick
big in
up.
baseball.
Yeah, I was really hoping they would pick up Jimmy Butler when he went, but Li-Ning made way too much sense for him. But yeah, other sports would be great for them too.
Yeah, like they're big in baseball. I know Francisco Lindor. Shout out to the New York Mets for signing probably one of the best shortstops in baseball right now. He's a big New Balance guy, and he does push. My sister actually copped a pair because of him. The Fresh Foam Cruise, they're called.
I've seen the
Great New Balance sneaker. They make great colorways. It's affordable too. They're not super expensive. Good one to look out for. To continue my list though, Jordan 1 has the Turbo Greens, which is like a Miami seafoam kind of look. Those are hot. The Crimson Tint, which are on sale right now. They're black with like and pink. There's a black and pink colorway of the Jordan 1s. You did talk about Jordan 4s before. The Fire Red ones, I think they came out last year.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they came out the end of last year.
Those are on my list. Obviously,
Might have
they're
been,
gonna be
honestly,
over
that might
retail.
have even been this year. I'm a little foggy.
Yeah,
but
they're pretty new.
Those were really nice, yeah. Those are beautiful.
Want to get a pair of those. I want Jordan 11 so bad.
Bro. You know, we're going to talk about a pair of Jordan 11s very soon because we're going to get into our Grails. And
Bro,
not to spoil, there may be a certain pair of Jordan 11s on my personal list of Grails.
I can already tell by the way he's acting. I know which ones they are. I'm not going to say them.
Yeah. I would like to cut you off real quick. I don't even know where to fit this in because they're not Grails. They're not something I want to cop this year. But you reminded me earlier when we talked about the just a huge shout out to LeBron 8 South Beaches. Earlier, I was disrespectful. I said LeBron's that I would wear that shoe out all the time. I know earlier I said LeBron's are
those are the pink on them, right?
Yeah, those are for balling, but the LeBron 8 South Beaches are oh my god, they're beautiful.
Beautiful.
But, continue.
I saw again big Drake guy. Drake pulled up to a Toronto game a couple years ago, and somebody had snapped a picture of him courtside. He had these Jordan 11 lows on. I know we were talking mad smack before about lows, but these Jordan 11 lows are kind of hot. They're the snake colorway.
Oh, let me set the record straight. I strictly am against lows for the Jordan 1. I'll say that much. Yeah, lows in general, I don't take exception. Even with mids, I don't necessarily take exception to. It's just for a Jordan 1, it's a high or it's a nothing for me. I don't want to hear anything else for
these are the lows.
Yeah.
I feel like with a nice outfit, I can pull that off.
You know, the Jordan 11 is so beautiful. I again, that's up there with the 4 and the 1.
It's that patent leather.
Yeah, 4 and 1 for me are the top of the top. The 11 is right below it. I love the design of it. It's just the Jordan 11 is a beautiful model.
Yeah, such a great looking shoe. I think from the Jordan 4 on, I do like the 3s. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the 6s. Not as much as the other,
I like 5s. 5s are nice.
5s are nice, but I feel like since Jordan 4, Jordan really, they weren't putting out heat. And then they came out with those 11s, and those were just like hot.
Yeah. You know, the 30, is it 35 right now?
It's something crazy like
that. Those 35s have actually grown on me a bit as a basketball shoe. I wouldn't ever wear those out, but the more I see more colorways of them, if I was to go ball on an indoor court, I would rock a pair of those. I'm assuming they're around the same retail price as others, and I don't know if I want to spend that much for that pair of shoes, but they've grown on me as a pair of balling shoes. Not necessarily that I would want to wear them out because they're still a little funky to me, the design, especially around the around the sole of them. But
they came out with the 6 rings, and those are hot. They're pretty new.
Which one was that? Let me see that.
Let me pull those up.
Jordan, a lot of the newer ones to me, it's tough. I think that's why there's such a big market for the retros, is because I don't think it's purely hype.
2013.
Let me see. I don't think it's purely hype. I genuinely think they look better.
And it's just like
retros.
You can see they just take different things from different years.
Yeah, okay.
Throw them together, but they look pretty good. I like the patent leather from they look like 11s.
Mm-hmm.
So those are hot. What else is on this list? The Jordan 11 Jubilee. I think it's the most recent 11 drop.
Jubilees are beautiful,
and
they're very reminiscent again of one of those shoes on my Grail.
And I want to say, you guys should know this by now if you're bigger into sneakers. What we're talking about, which Jordan 11 he's referencing.
Yeah.
The reason why I would buy these over those, I don't know. There's just something about the soles on these that look better.
I will say, do you have more 2021 wants?
I do.
Yeah, keep going. And then I'll come back to it. But I have reasons for why I have my specific Jordan 11 my Grails.
Yeah. All right, so
Jubilees,
I
though,
have
beautiful
4 more.
shoe.
Jubilees are beautiful.
Yeah.
One of them, since we're on Jordans, the Jordan 12, the OVO whites, and Drake had dropped these a while ago. They were so hard to cop. My barber, Angel, you know Angel. Angel has a pair of Jordan 12, the OVOs, and he bought them, didn't know what OVO was. So I had to explain to him. He was like, holy crap, he likes them even more that I told him that.
That makes sense for Angel.
Yeah. I just find that OVO so hot on the sole on the bottom. Like, you can always see when you pick your foot up.
I've seen these, yeah.
I would love to have a pair of these.
When the bottom of a shoe is clean and nice looking, it does something for me again with these Kawhis. I keep referencing these Kawhis, but the bottom of the shoe is just pretty looking. And I know it's probably dumb to a lot of people.
I like the Ultra Boost because of that, because
Yes.
I don't know if you know the Ultra Boost. The sole is made by Continental, which Continental's a great tire company.
Yep.
I've owned multiple Continental tires for my cars in general, but like that, I just find that so cool that the sole itself of the shoe is a Continental tire rubber.
Yeah.
To finish off the list, it's 3 pairs of Yeezy 350s. I do want to show you as I go along real quick.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the Stones.
Okay.
The Ash Stones, which I think I can pull these off.
Oh, absolutely. That's a J shoe.
That's a J shoe.
Again, if you don't know what we're talking about, look that up. And you don't.
I think it's definitely worth a mention. Definitely look like take a quick look at it because they're not too expensive. You're not going to get them retail, but if you want to get into Yeezy, this might be a good color to get into.
We're at the point where you can get into some Yeezys cheaper than you can get into Jordans. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was re-looking at some of them
I have a boy that just copped these for his girlfriend, and these are so fire. The Ash Blues.
Oh, yes, I've seen these. Yeah.
And I saw them on feet, and that's what made me actually add them to my list because I just think they look so nice.
I will say that about Yeezys. Oftentimes, they look much better
in person.
On feet. Yeezys look so much better on feet to me than they do in pictures, which I think is also part of my... I look at them, and it's hard to...
Yeah.
When you don't get an on-feet look at them, a lot of them I'm like, oh, those are trash. And they'll end up looking a lot nicer on feet. I'll say that.
100%. And the Carbons are the last Yeezy I want to add to my list.
Those are nice.
These I might actually cop soon.
I would wear those. It's just... It's something about the bottom that throws me off with the Yeezys, though. That's my only thing.
I have wide feet, so it looks good with wide feet.
That's fair. Yeah. I wish, though, it was a darker color at the bottom as well.
They do have the all black ones.
I saw those. Those look nice. I was looking on StockX.
If you guys don't know what the Carbon, definitely look up the Carbons. It's just a black Yeezy.
Yeah.
With the Yeezy pattern, which he's become like pretty, known for recently. Yeah. And then he just threw cream soles on it, but I just think it looks well. Like it works well.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's a J shoe. For me, I would wish those soles would be a little darker, more of a charcoal, like the rest of the shoe.
And you were talking about it before, just shoes in picture and shoes on feet. I want to pull up the Yeezys I have. Because if you look at them in a picture, you're like, these kind of don't look nice. Yeah, I've seen them in picture.
Yeah, no, that's my issue with them. Yeah, no, they look 10 times better.
And then when the sun hits them, when you see them in person on feet, they just look better. So Yeezy's a shoe that, if you aren't a fan, they do need to grow on you. Yeah. And if you like them already, you're going to love them even more when you do get them on your feet.
While we're talking about shoes coming out this year as well, there's 2 things I want to ask you about. I want to get your opinion, because there are 2 things that I'm kind of mixed on. I've gone back and forth in my opinion. One of them I almost bought recently. And what it came down to was I liked it, and I liked the concept of it, but I didn't like it enough to spend, I believe they were $160. I didn't want to spend that much on it. The Cosmic Unities. Have you looked at any of these?
No, let me take a look.
Look them up. Again, I forget exactly what I don't want to say gimmick but basically it's supposed to be all like I don't know if it's recycled material, but it's supposed to be
Oh, I've seen these. I've seen these. Yeah.
The recent colorway that dropped.
The whatever.
Yeah.
Amalgam, whatever.
Yeah, the amalgam. They're really nice, right. And I like them.
Oh, I do like them.
But I don't like them $160. Do you know what I mean? But
I like them for $120.
Yes. Yes, closer to $100. Yeah. I liked them. I didn't like them enough to spend Jordan 1 money on them, and I hate to draw that comparison, but that's how I kind of look at it.
Yeah, because these aren't going to blow like...
No, but I like them, and I like the concept of it, and they do look nice. Good. They do.
They remind me of a shoe that I'm going to bring up in the future on the show.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they look very, very nice. It's just something different. I like when there's something different going on with a shoe.
Yeah. Well, speaking of something different, how do you feel about the Jordan 1 switches?
I didn't see them.
You don't know about these. Oh, this is going to blow you away.
I probably do know about them.
When you see them, you go, oh, them joints. You probably forgot because they haven't talked about them in a while, but I don't...
It's when the sun hits them, right?
No.
That's not the one?
No, it's a high, and then there's a zipper, and you zip it off, and it becomes like a low.
I remember these. Seth Fowler, actually.
They still haven't, like, come out, like, dropped.
He had talked about them.
Yeah.
No.
I
No.
go back and forth. I'm like...
No.
Like, I almost like it
That's
just
like
because
the
of
fucking... That's like the J that they had the zipper running up and down.
No, yeah. I almost like it for the absurdity, but I wouldn't buy it.
I feel like this is some Travis Scott would wear.
I feel like it's the type
He
of
would
thing...
unzip it and somehow have it attached though and just...
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that could sell because they came hype, and I feel like that's what they were going for, but they swung
That's
and
like
missed.
the Jordan 11 adapts. Like, the adapt... Mm-hmm. If Jordan 11... I didn't want to say this before. Jordan, if you ever hear this, can you release the adapt colorway without the adapt technology? You guys know what I'm talking about. That... let me just show you as well.
Yeah.
If they were to release these Jordan 11s without...
Oh, they're fire.
They're so hot.
Yeah.
These are probably the hottest Jordan 11 they do drop, and I'm sorry to say it. They just release them with regular shoelaces, no battery.
It's just bad, yeah.
It would be hot. It would sell. I would cop. I would spend over retail. I would spend close to $1,000 to get those.
Those are I'm not going to go that far, but those are clean as hell. I'm not ready to spend that much on anything, but those are clean as hell. But yeah, I wanted to ask you about the Unity and the Switch, because I feel like those were
the
both
Switches I would never
super
cop.
unique. I wouldn't buy them. It's just
the Unities if I can get them on sale somewhere.
Yeah, I totally agree. Unities if I found them like on shelf somewhere for cheap.
Like I would 100% with Unities.
They're a nice looking shoe. They're a nice looking shoe in the vein of a shelf shoe, if that makes sense. That's shelf heat. That's not cop on the sneakers app heat, if that makes sense.
Exactly. There has to be that little oomph for you to cop on the sneakers app, or like a personal connection, because I tried for the Griffies. They had re-released the Griffies that they had released way back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they were just hot sneakers, but again, they're only hot because people had a connection to Griffey. I was a big Griffey fan growing up because everybody would talk about them, and like I'm a big A-Rod guy, and they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I really wanted them, ended up taking the L, but like a shoe like that has something attached to people is what's going to sell. These Unities, it's just something new they're throwing out there.
Yeah, and again, I like the concept of it. You know?
And again, it's not a $160.
No, not at all. It's a good one to find on the shelf. Like, oh, they got my size, and to go a little off topic, that is one thing I love about on shelf shopping. I don't know if it's just me. I wanted to ask you about this. Shoe sizes are just ridiculous for me. I'll tell you right now. For my Tims, I prefer a size 12. For my Jordans, I prefer a size 13.
You're supposed to downsize half on Tims. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay, maybe that's part of my problem. Every shoe is weird for me. Like my Chucks, it gave you the measurement chart. I have 12s in Chucks. I couldn't imagine wearing a 13 Chuck. I think that'd be huge.
Yeah. On
the other hand, my Blazers and my Curries, if they were 12s, I don't think my might fit. I don't think my foot would be able to get into them. Like it fits perfectly. Same with my my Kawhis fit perfect for a basketball shoe. Now you're supposed to have kind of about half an inch in a basketball shoe.
Yeah.
Fit perfectly in the 13. Like, do you find that with shoes that, like, based on the
Nike,
bottom?
I'm always half size up. Adidas, I'm always true to size.
Mm-hmm.
So my Yeezys and all my, like, Ultra Boosts and MDs, I'm always wear 10 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my true to size. Any Jordans that I buy, any Air Force, anything Nike, it's always size 11.
Yeah, anything I buy online, I get 13.
Vans are size
safe.
11s. I do go half a size up.
I get everything that I order online 13 just to be safe, because I would much rather a shoe be a little too big than not be able to fit in a shoe.
Yeah.
10 again, and then if I buy another pair, I learn. Like with the Tims, the first time I got Tims, I got a 13. Then I tried
loose on you, right?
Yeah, I tried on a 12 in store, and I was like, oh, these are much better. And again, the Chucks on their website, they tell you, oh, measure your foot, and this is what size to get. And thank God I did that, because the 13s would have been way too long.
Yeah, when I bought my Tims, again, the Timberland outlet, great deals.
Love the Timberland outlet.
Love the Timberland outlet.
Love it.
They actually do sell wide sizes there too, and I have very wide feet, so a 10 wide fits like a glove, and that's what you need in a boot, because you're gonna be slipping and sliding everywhere you're going with them. Mm-hmm. And I'm a big loosey goosey guy when I wear my Tims. I'm looking to look hot in them. I'm not actually wearing them to work.
Yeah, when I wear mine to work, they're laced up super tight, but my green Tims are laced up the same way my Jordans are. Well, not exactly the same way, because the laces are very thin. You can't just have...
you can do a cool thing with Tim laces, though.
With the Tim laces, I tie a little knot, and so my Tims, I slip on and off.
Yeah.
I have the laces set up for that. But my work Tims, those are I tighten them as much as I can.
Did you want to talk about the must-haves before we get into the big
Yes, I think we should do must-haves really quick. Probably
Just a
not
quick
really
one,
quick.
and we
Probably
did touch
not
about
really
it.
quick, knowing us, because we're
Yeah.
going to get carried away. But yeah, before we get into our Grails, personally, the must-have section we originally weren't going to do. You called me up today, and were like, should you add it? And I was like, yeah, that's an awesome idea. So I only have 2 things on my list.
I have 2 as well. Again, must-haves. I feel like you can't go too crazy with. Give
Exactly.
people some
Yeah,
options.
because you can't go too crazy with must-haves. Because if you're telling people that are new to the sneaker game, oh yeah, here's 5 must-haves. Oh fuck, I gotta go spend
Yeah.
$500, even if you know what I mean.
Even if it's
So-
$100 shoe, yeah, no, but I only have 2.
For me, it's, and I've specified Jordan 1s, but in reality, for me, it's just a pair of Jordans. But I wanted to be more specific, so I said 1s because I think for me, culturally, it's the pinnacle of Jordan. But there's something about every sneakerhead remembers the first pair of Jordans they had. Again, I don't have my first pair of Jordans anymore because I was so excited. I was in high school and those wouldn't fit me anymore. I beat the shit out of them. My first pair of Jordan 1s, they were actually a purple pair too. I've tried looking them up to find exactly what the colorway was. I have not been able to find them.
Were they one of those like Jordan like hair where you could put out a Jordan to have a Jordan for people to buy? Or was
Yeah,
it like a...
I got them at the Nike outlet.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why. But
Which I have found Jordan 1s at the Nike outlet, so
oh yeah.
I'm not going to count that out.
But my first pair, I was in high school. It was freshman year of high school. My dad got them for me. I was so excited. But every sneakerhead remembers their first pair of Jordans, and they remember them fondly because it's getting Jordans it's such a big thing. So I feel like if you really are going to dive into being a sneakerhead, you gotta cop a pair of Jordans at some point early on in your collection career. And again, I specified 1s. But you know what? If your favorite Jordan
It's a Jordan 7 for some reason, go cop them.
if it's the Jordan 5, go cop a pair of Jordan 5s. You're probably better off that way because you'll
I
get
know
them
that
cheaper.
there are people out there, Jordan 6s, they will kill people for Jordan 6s.
Jordan 6s go hard, dude, if you get the right colorway.
Yeah.
They do, man. Jordan 6s are nice. But, get a pair of Jordans. I think 1s are really just the pinnacle. I think culturally, they're just... The Jordan 1 is the shoe for me. You know what I mean?
Mine too.
Like, that's the shoe. And then my other must-have, and it's what I'm ashamed to say I don't have, and I'm not going to be too specific, actually, again. I think you need a pair of Air Maxes, and that includes me. I need a pair as well. I'm always eyeing them. I love the look of them. So I know I'm being a little hypocritical here because I don't have a pair, but I think Air Max for me is the other must-have. Any pair you want, if you like the 90s, whatever Air Max model you like, you should cop a pair of Air Maxes.
I think the best way to get into an Air Max, and I'm telling you this too, a pair of Air Max 90s, the classic Air Max, they just go dumb hard like a white pair. Wearing with anything, they look great, they feel great, they last long. But that Air Maxes are great shoes. Like I said before, I have those pair of 97s I'm about to cop.
Yeah.
I do have other pairs, like I had the Vapor Maxes, I've had Air Maxes
Vapor
before.
Maxes, yeah.
But I just love that whole line that Nike puts out. You can find in-store really cool colorways, like I'm talking about, like retail stores,
Air Max
that will appreciate.
Air Max, that's another thing. Air Max is one where you can walk into a store and you can find a pair of Air Maxes. That's why I think a pair of Air Maxes is the perfect introduction shoe. If you're just getting into trying to be a sneakerhead, you can walk in the store, you get a pair of Air. I think it's the perfect intro shoe in Air Max. Again, anyone you want. I think they're all great.
Again, the
90s,
culture around
97s,
it.
they're beautiful, yeah. I think, and again, if you want to be even more, again, we said it earlier, I didn't want to harp on it again, but a pair of Air Forces too, a great entry shoe. I don't know if I want to call it a must-have with those two, but if you're looking for your first pair of shoes, that's not a bad choice as well.
And just to segue off of that, that's actually number 1 on my list.
Okay.
I tell everybody this. I had conversations with so many people. You're looking for a pair of shoes, even if you're in the sneaker game and you just need a pair to cop right now, just go buy yourself a pair of white Air Forces. They go with everything. Again, there's so many silhouettes that have come out of just the Uptown look, like the classic Uptown. I have pairs. Everybody around me I know has pairs. Get yourself a pair of Air Forces.
I'm going to show you something right now. If you know your shoe size, which if you don't know your shoe size, what the fuck are you doing? I'm on the Sneakers app right now. You download, click in stock. First shoe right here is that. It's you click on it, Air Force One.
Air Force One.
It is
you know why
always
they do
here.
that?
It is
because
it's the quintessential.
It's a quintessential shoe, but they do run out. So
yeah, they do run out, but for the most part,
for the most part, you're gonna find them.
it's always here. $90. And I know if you're just getting into shoes, I get that might sound like a lot to you, but trust me, once you really get into this, you're gonna be like, holy crap, $90 is nothing. I'm right here, right here. I can click buy right now and cop $90 white Air Forces. Great shoes. I had that shoe growing up. I love the Air Force. My brother, actually, I didn't even tell you this. My brother recently got his first pair of Air Forces. He got a pair of just plain white Air Forces. My mom got them for him.
And he wears them with everything, right?
He's so excited. Yeah, he loved them. He got his first pair of Air Forces. It's a great shoe. Too. If you got a kid and you want to get him a shoe for school, again, big kids Air Force. You get kid sizes on this app too. Get your kid a pair of Air Forces. It's a great beater shoe.
Get your honey some Air Forces. She'll love it.
Get everyone some Air Forces.
Get your boyfriend some Air Forces. He'll love it.
They're fantastic.
Your moms, your dad, your grandmas, your grandpas. Yeah. Everybody will love a pair of Air Forces.
Air Force, I think, is the perfect entry shoe to the sneaker game.
You won't agree with me because I don't think you've ever put your foot in this.
Oh boy. Okay.
I have people that agree with me though.
Okay.
And me and one other person, one of my really close friends, we do argue this a lot.
Okay.
2 people, Adidas Ultra Boost, must have shoe because it will, I'm telling you right now, it will segue you into becoming a sneakerhead. They're a running shoe. That's what they market them as. We were talking about them before. They have the Continental soles. The Boost sole, for some reason, is the most comfortable thing they've ever created. And if you want to go on YouTube and just look up how Adidas created Boost itself, it's a bunch of little tiny little sponges, and what they do is they put them in a mold and they heat it so it heats together, melts together. Super soft. They have colorways for everything. I think right now I haven't tried any New Balances on, so I'm gonna hold off on saying those might be the most comfortable. But as of now, the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my feet were an Adidas Ultra Boost, and they are my get out of the house and go shoe.
Yeah.
I wear them to work. I do everything. If I need to be on the go, I'm wearing my Ultra Boost.
Yeah, I told you I have not on foot had Ultra Boosts on my own feet. I do want to get into the Adidas game. Ultra Boost is a little more
They're pricey.
expensive.
They are pricey. They're $180 for
close to
base.
200. Yeah, 180. Okay, yeah. So, but I do want to get into the Adidas game. I was looking into getting a cheap pair of Superstars, but I'll have to try and get my feet into some Ultra Boosts if you're gonna. I trust you with the shoe.
You do trust me with that, but I do have to say, if we're going StockX right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Which, again, great website for y'all. If you've never looked at sneakers, look at StockX.
So here's how StockX works, and because I'll tell you, this was my experience. This is actually the first time I ever bought resale was these Iversons, these questions. I keep calling them Iversons. The questions. What they do is the seller, you pick new. You can either buy or bid, whatever. But you get the shoe, right? You pay, you agree, you spend the money on them. The seller sends them to the company. The company examines them to make sure they're in good quality. They verify that you're getting the shoe you ordered in the quality you ordered it, and then they send it to you. So it's hard to get a much safer buying process than that. StockX is a great website. I love going on there, seeing the value of things. It's what most sneakerheads use.
You told them that they authenticate all the sneakers, right?
Yeah, it's all authenticated. Like I said, they send, they have it. It goes straight from the seller to the company before it gets to the buyer. They check everything.
They middleman it. They make sure everything's great. If they see one scuff on, I've bought sneakers off StockX and gotten notifications. Hey, this sneaker wasn't up to par. We're refunding you your money.
Yeah. And I have this little. It has this green tag on it. It says verified, authentic. And on the back, there's a little QR code, and it says to inspect the shoe before you take it off. Because if you look at the shoe and something's not right, you use this little tag and you tell them, and they'll take care of it.
And they're really good with getting your money or making the problem right.
StockX, again, it's what most people use.
And if you try to YouTube it, you will have those suckers that are like, I got robbed on StockX.
Yeah, but
it's gonna happen.
You get robbed anywhere.
You get robbed anywhere. But to continue with this Ultra Boost little kick, size 13 Ultra Boost from 2020, the triple black colorway, which everything's just painted black. Yeah, no. $100.
Okay, then maybe maybe I will be sliding my feet in some Ultra Boost soon. And
there are apps that you can use. Mm-hmm. There are ways where I used to do it. I used to put them on credit cards, but
Yeah, Affirm has become huge.
Affirm's huge. Klarna is a big one for sneakers. I'm not going to lie to you. I've bought very expensive sneakers on Klarna just because there's no interest.
Yeah. What I do want to throw out before we get into Grails real quick, because we were talking about StockX. StockX is a great place if you're going to try and look for resale sneakers. just if you are getting into the sneaker game, StockX, and then there's a lot of people you can trust to help you into it. He mentioned Fomer Simpson. I can't recommend enough Tony 2D Wild on
Great guy.
on YouTube and on Twitter.
Big guy I followed.
Great
Sorry
in
to
the
cut
sneaker
you
game.
off.
No, you go ahead.
Seth Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
Huge sneakerhead, and he puts out a video twice a month of what's coming out, what he thinks hot, what he thinks not hot.
Yeah, there's some great sources.
And he drops. I'm
for the
talking about
community.
everything that's coming out. He'll literally break down like the most unwanted Nike shoe that they're releasing.
Yeah,
he'll tell you about it just to get you out there, because what may be trash to us is going to be hot. Maybe you can pull it off.
You got people like me owning 2 pairs of Kawhis that other people will shit on all day.
Yeah.
There's every shoe is for someone. That's why it exists.
Exactly.
So again, there's some great references out there. I think we've given you those are some good names, and StockX for the most part is a website you can trust.
I use GOAT as well.
I've heard good things about GOAT.
I started using GOAT most recently because StockX, you do order. It does take a little bit. How long did it take you to get those Reeboks?
Honestly, a week and a half, maybe.
A week and a half.
Maybe.
I've ordered. I forgot what I ordered. It might have been the clay green Jordans.
Okay. Yeah,
5 days I had them in my hand.
That's good.
Yeah.
These, I think they tell you that typically you get them in, I think it's like 5 to 7 business
Only
days.
because what GOAT does is they cut out the whole ship or send to GOAT.
Yeah.
They actually, like, if you want to sell a sneaker on GOAT, which is nice, you can just send it to them and they'll pay you immediately. And then they'll take that shoe and ship it over to you.
My order was confirmed on March 15th. So
Holy crap, that's very quick, actually.
So, well, it's March 23rd. So but it was confirmed on the 15th, and on that same day, it got shipped out to StockX. The 18th, they got it, and on the 19th, they verified and shipped it back to me.
So you had a good seller, because when I copped...
Yes, they shipped it the same day.
I forgot...
That's the other thing, you are relying on it. It's like eBay, you're relying on the seller to be timely.
Yeah. I copped, I think it was the Shikos. When I first got into the game, I used StockX, because that's when it started coming out. They had, like, all the commercials and everything.
Yeah.
And it took for the NMDs to get shipped to me. I got the J1s, the white, the yin yangs. I got those first, but I think it took close to a month because the seller just wasn't sending it.
Well, I think they have a lot of benefits now for the sellers, where the quicker you do things, the more trusted you are. I think there's some type of point system that makes them a higher level seller, which actually I think, if I remember correctly from what things I've read, when you hit different levels of being a seller, the percentage they take from the seller actually diminishes. So I think there's a lot more incentive now than a couple years ago for them to really be on top of sending stuff out.
Exactly.
Because like I said, that my guy sent it out the same day that the order was confirmed,
which is really nice.
Yeah, it is. So again, those are some good sources if you're a newbie to the sneaker game. But now we're going to talk about Grails. Now, again, maybe there might be some newbies listening if some random people stumbled across this podcast. Grails is a reference to the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones, and it's the definition of it kind of changes based on who you ask.
Let's ask Google.
Yeah, what we went off of while he looks that up is I think we both picked 3, right? You picked 3.
Yeah.
It was, if I told you right now you could have any 3 shoes you want, you pick them, forget the price, you'll get them. What 3 would they be? That's how we did our Grails. The shoes you want more than any other shoe. But what is the I don't know what's going to come up on Urban Dictionary or whatever.
There's a bunch of different
it's very
definitions. There's no textbook definition for it.
I've seen people debate what it means
right now.
Some people say, "Oh, it has to be at least this much money. It has to be under." But I think it's just whatever you want the most. But what are you finding?
A Grail, quote unquote, is a pair of sneakers that someone wants more than any other pair. People are genuinely willing to spend well over retail price, sometimes even over market value, for their personal Grails.
Okay, so I feel like then that lines up with the way we treated the word.
Yeah, because I definitely treat the word that way.
Obviously, again, I think some people might argue, you can only have 1 pair of Grails. We picked 3. I don't think you have to limit it.
You can have 3. You can have 20 pairs of Grails.
Exactly. So we each picked 3 by coincidence, by the way. I didn't say Jay picked 3. I just said, right, and we both happened to have 3 off the top of our head.
So, like, a Grail, usually you're referencing something that you want. You can own Grails. I would say my personal Grail right now is that best hand in the pack, the clay green J1s. I break them out once in a while, but those are like my favorite sneaker that I own.
Yeah. My personal Grail, I'm going to jump into it because we've hinted at it a million times.
Yeah.
And number 1, this is my one of the 3. If you said, forget 3, I will get you. If Jay said, I'll buy you 1 shoe right now, he's got his laptop out right now, I'm going to order it to your house right now. What do you want? I don't care what it is. It's actually not that much, believe it or not. I checked in the car; it's about 1,100. I'm saying not that much. I know it sounds insane for shoes, but comparatively, my list is actually the most expensive one. It is the Jordan 11 Space Jams. The 2016 ones, actually, believe it or not, are the ones I want specifically. With the 45 on the heel.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's such a beautiful shoe, and Space Jam as a kid was... Oh, I loved Space Jam, and you know what? I watched it recently as an adult. Everyone says not to. I don't care what anyone says. That movie holds up.
Yeah.
It's a great kids movie.
I actually didn't watch it until 2017.
Okay, there you go. Space Jam was great. So a lot of nostalgia in those shoes, which is what drives the price up, if we're being honest. But also, it's beautiful. That's why the Jubilee looks similar to, because it is a beautiful looking shoe. The Jubilee is kind of a Space Jam.
You go on any sneaker site right now and you type in Jordan 11s, the Jubilee is the first one that comes up because it's the most recent one.
Yep, and then Space Jam's right up there.
Yep.
And again, I like the 2016 model. Actually, I actually think it looks a little better. I think they did a really good job with that retro.
You know what it was? It was the sole. They made that
the
transparent.
Sole looks so
blue.
much. Yeah. And again, I love the 45 on the heel on the 2016.
The throwback,
yeah. I love that. So
that's when he already had switched to number 45.
So that's my top of the top Grail.
Okay.
My next one, which is the next most expensive, which it already drops down to around 500, is what it was last time I looked, I think. The Cactus Jack 4s are so... I mentioned earlier how I think Travis Scott does a great job with some of his shoes.
They're on my list, too.
The Cactus Jack 4s are
fire.
Dude, they're gas. They're beautiful.
The good old days of playing NBA 2K, and you can customize your player. Mm-hmm. My player will always wear those Cactus Jack 4s. They had
the Shoe Creator. Oh, the Shoe Creator that went dummy. But Cactus Jack 4s, they're so beautiful.
Wait, how much did you find those for? Because I think we might have our prices mixed up right now.
Around 500, I think, is what it was in the car. But I looked quickly in the car while we were getting Popeyes. So, I'm always distracted when there's chicken around.
Because... I don't think you're going to get
which ones are you looking at, though? There's two different versions.
The Jordan 4 Retro, I'm on StockX right now. Yeah, I'm going to get a size 11. Are you looking at
11? The F&F?
No.
Oh, I looked at the wrong one. No, you're
looking at the wrong shoe.
Okay, that makes more sense.
These are the ones that say Cactus Jack on the back tab.
Oh, you know what? These are 1,100. No, I'm sorry,
yeah,
folks.
So these, in my shoe size right now, if I wanted to buy it right now, these are $1,086.
Folks, I'm sorry. The Space Jams are around 500, actually. Yes, I flipped my shoes. The Space Jams are still the top of the top. I flipped the prices of the Space Jams and the Cactus Jacks. That makes more sense, but sorry. The Space Jams are around 500. Cactus Jacks are my second pick. And those are 1,100, funnily enough. So actually, I could get my Grails easier. But it's such a beautiful shoe, the Cactus Jack 4s. I think he does a really good job with the shoes he's done.
I love his Jordan 1s. I love his Jordan 6s. I love his SBs.
The Dunks.
Travis Scott is one of my top artists right now.
I've never been huge into his music, but
right before Rodeo,
love his designs.
I just love what he does with everything that he touches. He's very creative and it shows.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
And it shows in these damn 4s, man. These things are so hot.
I love the collaborations he does. I hope he keeps doing the collabs with sneakers, and I don't see why he would stop. He's been doing great. Everything he collabs with is banged. He made a McDonald's meal that was just an ordinary burger that I've ordered at McDonald's on accident.
Barbecue sauce.
And people, and a barbecue sauce packet and a Sprite were part of it, like it was something special, and it went dummy. And I'm not trying to talk shit, because
But he knows what he's doing right now. He's selling.
He's marketable. He's doing great things right now.
You ever seen his Air Forces too?
Mm-hmm. All of the shoes he's done have been good.
But these are my favorite. These are all my Grails too. I will
absolutely
let you guys know.
So have we both said two of our Grails so far, or was that the first one?
This was the first one this is one that we share. This is the only one we share.
But I'm saying
you said two. I didn't say any.
Okay, so you have the Cactus Jack 4s as well, which I
do. But I have 4 on my list.
Okay. So
I will have 3 as well.
So rattle off 2 more.
2 more before we get to our final.
Yeah,
if I could cop right now, I have unlimited money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, and I'm like, what do I feel like wearing or buying today? The Jordan 1 Dior's.
Mm-hmm. Those are nice.
They retailed for normal Jordan 1 prices, but it was so limited because it was such a sought after shoe that I don't think the genuine
anything Dior,
genuine public, or whatever you want to call it,
general public
has gotten their hands on it, right? I've maybe seen like one Joe Schmo have it, and we know that boy spent like $8,000 on these sneakers.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in public.
They are the nicest looking Jordan. I don't care. You give me these and let me buy a Jordan or a Dior T-shirt, bro. I would have the hottest fit. My Instagrams would be popping. Give me some Dior socks to go with it. I'm just gonna turn this around because everybody.
Yeah, let me see it again because I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, it's clean. The Dior's
hottest
nice,
sneaker.
yeah.
And I would wear the fuck out of them. And in my size right now, these are like 8,200. So,
yeah.
Again, they retail at $220, and just because they're Dior Jordans, very, very, very limited. $8,200.
Yeah, and again, because you slap, it's Dior. You put this, it's like Dior Supreme. There's certain brands that you throw it on there.
Dior on anything, it's gonna go.
And it goes wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, I've seen these in person once, and it wasn't until I had seen them come out online. And it came out when I saw when prices were lower, and it just skyrocketed after people started getting them somewhere. The Off-White UNC Jordan 1.
Okay.
That's with like that red tag coming off. And...
Yeah, no, I know exactly. I saw a man walking around Walmart in those shoes, and I told Katie, look, and she didn't give a fuck. But I was like, you don't
understand.
Yeah, I was like, you don't understand what you're looking at.
The shoelace says, quote, shoelace.
Yeah.
End quote.
Yeah, so Off-White for me is very hit or miss. I like these. I do.
I love these.
The Off-White collabs are a little bit hit or miss for me, but I like those a lot.
I would wear the Dior's. I don't think I would wear these just because how much I like them. I would let them sit.
I would have to. I couldn't
help them. And I'm a big wear your shoe guy.
No, I know you are. Absolutely. I don't. Yeah, and I'm not. But again, I saw a man walking around Walmart in them. I respected that.
Do you think they were real? If he's in Walmart?
Yeah, I do. I do.
They
looked
good.
They did. They looked good. It was lit. And so we each have one left. And since you brought up Off-White, and I mentioned the hit or miss, this is the cheapest of my ones, and the one that I actually think the price might drop soon because Off-White coming up soon has some more stuff coming out, and I think it could make these come a little more forgotten. The green strike colorway of the rubber dunks, they're around 400 for my size right now. Pull that up and refresh your mind. The green strike specifically. Oh, I don't know. There's something about them. They didn't even come out that long ago. It feels like anyway. I love that shoe. I love the way that the parts of it just like are 3D in a way, if that makes sense. I'm trying to. I can't. It's hard to even explain.
You know what these remind me of?
But I love that shoe.
They remind me of Kawasaki Ninja, like the motorcycle.
Yes, I know what you mean by that. Actually, yeah.
The striking lime green,
and it's such.
I love the block that they did on the back.
The model is nice in general, but the green strike is my favorite of the, I believe, 3 colors of it.
Yeah.
And that it's just so nice. I love it. And again, it's around 400. That's not bad for a Grail, and I kind of feel like it has a chance to drop soon because again, there's more Off-White stuff coming up with Nike that I think might make that a little bit forgotten.
Yeah, I think everything Virgil touches turns to gold.
Yeah, so those might be in my future. I'm thinking I really love those. Those are my
and
lowest
Off-White
they
don't only work with Nike. They work with other brands.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
In all their stuff, just they go so hard. The Nike ones are what like actually blast off, but like you can cop a pair of like Off-White. Have you seen the Off-White Chucks? Because I do know somebody that bought him. He got a good deal on them. I think he got them for around $400.
I want to see again. Like I said, Off-White can be kind of hit or miss for me with their collabs. So let me see this. I want to see how they did.
He did get his. He bought his used as well, but he got them for around $400.
See, those are.
I think they go hard.
I personally, they're not bad.
They're transparent, so whatever sock you're wearing, you're seeing
I see that. Yeah, I personally wouldn't go for it. That's what I'm saying. Off-White for me personally can be a bit hit or miss.
That's the newer one. These are the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
These are very, very attainable.
Yeah.
Just a regular Off-White Chuck.
Yeah, it's more accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off-White can be hit or miss, but they have some stuff I love. The ones you pulled up of the Jordans I love, and those rubber dunks I adore. And again, that's a Grail that kills 2 birds. When I get my Grail, I get a pair of dunks.
That Prestos they came out with. Presto is such an ugly shoe.
Yeah, no.
And then Off-White touched them, and
I liked that.
Again, Virgil turns everything. They got the Air Maxes, which are affordable. I've seen people with Air Maxes. I love their Nikes, the Air Forces, because they came out with the white one. They came out with the blue ones. Mm-hmm. They have Vapor Maxes, which are again everything.
I haven't seen the Vapor Max.
They came out in black and white. The white ones look so hard.
Oh, okay. Yes. No, I lied. I have seen that. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
No, I do like those. I like the white a lot. Yes. The black I was a little less about. They were still nice. Obviously, it's the same shoe in black. But the white, I think there was something super clean about
Whenever
it.
they drop something else, I will be on that sneakers app ready to go
Yeah.
early in the morning.
You gotta. Yeah.
Only because not only does it take off because of Virgil, there's a chance that I will fall in love with it regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think I hate any, even these women ones.
Yeah, I
the
don't
freaking
hate-
Zoom ones.
I don't
I would
hate
buy
anything.
these. I would buy these and wear them. That's a J shoe.
Those are clean as fuck.
That's a straight J shoe.
I love that, actually.
Yeah?
No, that's... Dude, okay, that's... Yeah.
Again, anything he touches
That's what
turns
I'm
to gold.
saying, man. I wish I had smaller feet. I would be trying to cop some of
I
these
know.
women's shoes.
You know what sucks though? For you, you can get good deals because you are a little bit bigger. I have the average men size foot of 10.5 to like anything from 9 to 11 is always higher in price, and it
Yeah, but
sucks.
you'd be surprised. The 13s stay up there too for me. It doesn't. Come
I guess
down
the
that
lower
much.
quantity
You gotta
of them?
remember, it's tough. I think part of it's hard too because when it's coming out as basketball shoes, you got these tall motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes. I mean, again, it's not like it makes big jumps in the prices either way. You're usually looking at a $50 to $60 gap for most of the average sizes, and unless you're getting a really weird size. But
Yeah.
so what's your? You have one Grail left. What are we looking at?
Let me
I'm
type
excited.
it in so I can
Okay,
show
yeah, I
you
want to
as
see it.
Most of people don't know this, but you need to know the backstory of it. And I'm gonna pull that up too. So if you want to rattle off your last Grail,
My
pull
last
this
one
up.
was I finished with the Dunk. I had the rubber Dunk green stripe.
oh, that's right. I
The
thought you had
Jordan
one more.
11 Space Jam, and the Cactus Jack 4s were my three. Again, the rubber Dunk is the most attainable. And I would really like to have it because I don't have a pair of Dunks. I know I don't have a pair of 4s either, but 1100 is... I'm not in that territory yet where I'm comfortable spending over $1,000 on a pair of shoes. I'm just not. Even 400 on a pair of shoes, I'm not in that range right
Yeah.
now. It's just, for me, it's too much. I don't know. Maybe one day, but it's excessive to me right now. Those rubber Dunks, though, man, if those rubber Dunks get closer and closer to 300, it's going to become more and more tempting. Because I love those green rubber Dunks, man. I really do.
All right. Do you know who Jerry Manuel is? Nicknamed the Sage.
No?
He used to manage.
I'm going to say no question mark. I don't
He used
think-
to manage the White Sox in 2000. Was it
Okay.
1998,
Oh, boy.
2003?
Okay.
He managed the Mets
hmm
28 to 2010, and he played in the league
Yeah.
in the early the 70s, late 70s, early 80s.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the father of Jerry Lorenzo.
Okay, I know Jerry Lorenzo.
You know Jerry
I do
Lorenzo.
know Jerry Lorenzo, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Big into fashion, streetwear, like
That
luxury
makes
streetwear,
sense, yeah.
right? So I love I don't own anything that he's ever made.
Yeah.
I love everything that he actually produces, and he works very close with Virgil.
Yeah.
He works with Kanye. He works with Kendall
Mm-hmm.
Jenner. Bieber is known to actually bring him out
Biebs.
on stage and
Yeah.
talk about him, everything.
Okay.
Jerry Lorenzo makes some heat. You should definitely take a look at his stuff.
Yeah. I like Jerry Lorenzo.
He dropped his rendition of the Jordan 1.
Okay. I don't think I've seen this.
A lot of people don't. They sold out super quick. They're affordable. I'm not saying they're
when-
not affordable.
When was this from?
I'll tell you the release date right now.
Yeah, let me know, because I don't recall this. Unless I'm bugging. It's possible you're going to show me.
They're
a
not
video.
Jordan 1s. It's his rendition of Jordan 1s. I want to say 2019, 2020.
Okay, so it's semi-recent. Yeah, okay.
He actually just left Nike, so he's not. He did a couple shoes.
Yeah.
He has its own brand, his own line for brand for Nike.
Yeah.
He doesn't do them anymore. I think he's at Adidas now. But they're called the Nike Fair of God 1.
Okay. Yes. I haven't seen them in a long time, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
This would be the third shoe after I already copped the Dior's,
Yeah.
I copped the Off-Whites.
Yeah.
I
What?
want the Fair of God 1.
So what is that price at now? Because it used to be wild, if I remember.
It used to be
correctly.
wild. It did come down, and
Did it come down a bit?
I think it's not. It's not super crazy. Let's go on.
Yes, I do. I am
Let's
aware.
see
of it.
where you can cop them. There's two colorways. I want the bone colorway.
Mhm.
Excuse me, it's loading. The all black colorway right now is going for $450.
That's not bad.
The black and bone colorway is going for $900 in my size.
Okay, there you go.
The sale one, which is the light bone color,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
$660.
Okay.
the gray one 740. He has a couple of like crazy colorways going on. But if I would get like these all black ones for $500, just fair of gods. I don't know. I just they're epitome of like fashionable streetwear sneaker. Like you can throw this on with like a pair of like black joggers, a hoodie.
Yeah, it's a nice shoe too.
Somebody catches you at the right angle, bro. You're looking like a male model. They just look so nice beautiful.
It's very different, which is what I like about it.
But you see the Jordan 1, right?
So he's going for? Absolutely. It's funny. This is gonna sound like see now it's gonna sound like I'm talking shit, but it's not meant to. But it's funny because it's almost got like a boot shape, and it's not a boot, but a boot for when you get injured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost got that type of like bottom and then, I don't know. The design of it is so unique, and I love that. I love that it's so different and you know what I mean?
Do you know my boy Clint Frazier on the Yankees? He's gonna be our starting left fielder
this
year.
Yeah, I'm aware of Clint Frazier.
He actually, or these it? Yeah, he's known, and I love it. And he's bringing swag to MLB, which I feel like the MLB needs because they're dying off.
Yeah.
You're allowed to customize any pair of shoe that you want and make them cleats. Mm-hmm. He got the Fair of Gods cleated.
Did he? Oh, I got to see this.
And they look hot when he's playing in them.
See, that looks so nice. Yeah.
So he's a big influence on the young guys, and I love to see it. This is actually his collection from last year. I didn't bring this up today, but have you ever seen the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1s? He's another designer.
Off the top of my head, no, I don't believe so.
So it's like his nod to SB as well, but he made a Jordan 1 of it. And it's literally just a scraped up Jordan 1 with like actual scratches and like denim, like just like sanded down.
No, I haven't seen this
Those
before.
look hot, right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
So, it's a great shoe because it looks damaged already, but it's not. That's actually the color of it, of the leather. It's just like tanned.
Yeah, it's really interesting. No, I haven't seen that
before. These are 4. Look at the 4th one that my man put on the field last year.
Yeah, it's clean.
He took the Travis Scott Jordan 1s and cleated them.
So clean.
And he already started posting pictures on his Twitter. Definitely go follow Clint Frazier if you want some heat, because he gets his hand on heat, because he is a known MLB player now.
That's why. That reminds me of I can't remember who it was now. It was
he just released on Twitter that he's gonna be rocking stuff. Come see him, the Wolf Gray for the away jersey.
Yeah. That's
Wolf Gray Jordan 4s to play baseball in.
Who wore you? Oh, which receiver? One of the I can't remember the team. One of the wide receivers went out there in Dior cleats. I was laughing in one of the playoff games.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't even know who that is. I don't even want to know who that is.
Was it? Oh, I really can't remember now. But I was like, it was someone you would expect.
Yeah,
it was
but
funny.
even you take you build that chemistry, that brotherhood, being on the Yankees and being
baseball needs stuff like that.
Yeah,
man.
It is translating. Sorry to cut you off. It is translating to guys like Aaron Hicks, the outfield guys. Aaron Judge is starting to rock some sick Jordans when he plays.
It's good. They need that. Again, even me, I fell off of baseball so hard. I used to be super into it, and I couldn't tell you anything about baseball anymore. They need stuff like that. They need marketability. They don't have it.
It's cool being a sneakerhead. I am a huge Yankee fan.
Yeah, I know you are.
Die hard. I bleed pinstripes. Always have been.
Yep.
And it's cool to see a guy like this, a young dude around our age. I think he's probably a year older than us. But he goes, because it's like us on the field. He goes out there, he's playing in his J's.
It's
both cleats on him.
It's simultaneously exciting and depressing to think of.
Yeah. This is him. He got they're Jordan 11, but they're the navy blue ones. I don't know the exact name.
Not the Georgetown.
Playing in those?
Wait, which one am I looking at? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah,
picture I pulled up.
I don't know what those are, actually.
Yeah, but they're Jordan 11. Aaron Hicks rocks Jordan 11s when he plays.
Does he?
Jeter used to pull off in Jordan 1s, too, when he played and everything. So it's cool to see that. But yeah, that rounds out those Fear of Gods.
That's a nice shoe. I forgot about those. Yeah.
That would obviously be like the most affordable Grail for me, and that's something I do see myself copying. If the funds are there and it's just the timing lines up, I would cop the Fear of Gods. Yeah,
that's for my low end of the dunks. That's how I feel about those rubber dunks. If it comes down a little more, if I feel good, I would love to snag those rubber dunks, and I would. Oh my god, I would wear the hell out of those.
Yeah,
they're so beautiful. But I think we'll wrap it up there.
I think we went on for a little while. We can keep going.
We honestly could. This could be an all-day thing. I don't know how long this is going to be after it's edited. This might be a two-parter. There might be some chunks that just have to get cut. We'll see. It depends how much content there is. But, Jay, you're definitely going to be back?
I am 100% going to be back to talk about stuff like this.
I have several podcast topics that I specifically want to do with Jay. There's one that I'd like to have him back semi-soon for to do that. I think it could be really great, or it could flop and it would never reach the public, but I think it's going to be really great. And then I want to, again, you and me are going to talk cameras, and we're going to get some video content.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna get this man with the Steph Curry's on his feet, chefing it up at the park.
We're gonna get some bowling. I have a lot of ideas I want Jay to get involved in here. So, Jay, you want to plug yourself anywhere?
If you guys want to go ahead and check me out on Instagram, it is Jeremy_Ram21. I don't really post many sneakers, but I do follow a lot of pages. And if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out, hit me with a follow request. I'll follow everybody back, and just, we can talk sneakers, we can talk kicks, we can talk Timbs if you want, talk outfits that go with sneakers. We can talk anything sneakers. I'm always open to giving a helping hand. I help out a lot of my personal friends when it comes to purchasing and like finding fits and stuff. My friends literally call me Fits because of like the way I dress and how I handle myself when it comes to like pairing my sneakers with my socks and my outfit. So this is stuff that does interest me, and if you ever need any help, follow me there and I'll get back to you.
All right, that's great. You can't find me on any social media really, but I would really appreciate if you check out projectuntitled.org. I'm doing a lot of work on that website. I'm trying to get a lot of other people involved with me on that website. We have a Twitter that's at Project Unt, just Project UNT is the @ for that. It's a very dry Twitter right now. That's another thing I'm going to ask Jay to kind of try and help me out with. I am so bad at social media. So at the time of recording anyway, it's very dry. That's something that I want to try and get the social media popping. Because, again, I'm putting a lot of work into this. I work 2 jobs and I do this, and that's not me crying. It's more me just saying, this is my passion project right now. Yeah. Recording stuff, writing articles. I have so many ideas that I'm ready to execute. I have so many things on the brink of coming. I think this could be a lot of fun, and I have a lot of ideas for this. And again, Jay, I have a lot of things I want him, a couple regular series, and then a bunch of one-off things that I think are going to be awesome. So please, projectuntitled.org, please check that out. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more. Not every podcast is going to be about shoes. It's going to be about something different every time we post, but I think every episode's going to be a lot of fun.
There might be a day we mess around, talk about hot sauce. You don't know us.
We could do it. We're going to go wild. We have our fantasy football league. Every year, the person that comes in last gets a punishment, and I have something really fun happening this year rather. And I think that's actually going to be something I post. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So, stick around, and we'll see you guys soon.